Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions Retold. Episode 7, Summer Breakdown, Act 2. That evening, Nibutani and Dekamori were in the Takanashi kitchen. Deko's whole body had a sunburn. She groaned as she laid on the floor.
My whole body is in agony. I was defeated by the power of the holy light.
Nibutani put an ice pack on Deko's head. That's what you get for going out without putting sunscreen on, she said.
But at least the seal was engraved perfectly,
said Deko, looking at her stomach, which had a summoning circle tattoo. Wow, how lame, smirked Nibutani. Just then, Kumin came by with a tray of snacks.
Hi, girls. They told us we could have some snacks.
But Kumin bumped into Dekamori and her sunburn. She stood up and screamed hard.
Oh, sorry,
said Kumin. She saw something on Deko's back.
What's that?
asked Kumin. Dekamori had a sun tattoo that read, Stupid Mori. Nibutani somehow did that to her. Perfect, isn't it? She asked Kumin. Nibutani faced Deko and laughed away. She also had a sunburn and a sun tattoo which read Fake Summer on her back. Deko also somehow did that.
It really is perfect,
said Kumin, indirectly referring to Nibutani's tattoo. Meanwhile, Tōka took Yuuta to a small cemetery. There was a grave that read Takanashi family. Yuuta prayed to it, and Tōka told him the origins according to her. It was exactly 3 years ago. Rika was still young, so Papa told us not to tell her. So to her, his death came out of the blue, with no warning at all. Maybe that's the reason she still doesn't accept that he's dead. She refuses to come anywhere near here. I'm so sorry to hear that happened, said Yuuta. What about your mom? She left us at our father's family home. Our grandfather is very old-fashioned. He couldn't accept Rika the way she is. Then, I had to move far away because of work, and things stayed like that for 2 years. Yuuta remembered all the times he had with Rika. One time, she held his hand as a train went by. A gust of wind blew on their hair and clothes. Another time, Rika said, Nothing will stand in the way of my search for the invisible boundary lines, not even her. And she recently said, I needed its power to break the barrier, the eye of the wicked lord. Yuuta felt very empathetic and saddened indeed. That night, Yuuta and Tōka returned to her house, and she cooked a huge feast for everyone. Oh, wow! exclaimed Nibutani. She was happy. Tōka, did you really make all of this? Well, it is what I do for a living, she replied.
Oh yeah, said Ishiki. Speaking of which, Rika's lunches always look super tasty.
Yes, the class has been talking about it, added Nibutani. To think you work at a restaurant? I'm so jealous of Rika. She must love it. Tōka was surprised. Oh, really? She blushed.
Let's hurry up and eat,
said Ishiki. He prayed and said,
Itadakimasu!
Itadakimasu! said Kumin, also praying. Dekamori picked up a bowl of salad and sniffed it. She gasped.
Did you put cheese in this?
Oh, Deko, do you not like cheese? asked Kumin.
What kind of monster could eat something that smells like rotten dish rags? asked Deko. It's made of milk. Milk is pure evil. It's the worst.
To me, it's not. Eat it, said Tōka. She had a stern look on her face. Deko was worried.
But the milk.
Eat it. Tōka was very stern and menacing indeed.
Yes, ma'am,
whimpered Deko, and she began to chow down on the salad and cheese.
I'm really proud of you, Deko,
said Kumin.
I can see why the master fears the priestess. Her mean look is truly powerful,
said Deko with her mouth full.
Speaking of which, where's Rika?
asked Kumin. I'll go check on her, replied Yuuta. Is she feeling bad? asked Nibutani. Tōka stared at Yuuta. Well, sort of, he replied. and Yuuta left the dining area, Tōka was very concerned indeed. Rika was in her room by the window. She was wearing a black dress. Rika reached out to the sky. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might, have the wish I wish tonight. Will I ever reach the invisible boundary lines? And sure enough, the green star was still sparkling high in the sky. I promise, you will reach the invisible boundary lines, it reminded Rika. She smiled and tried not to cry. I'll never give up, until the end of eternity. Just then, there was a knock at her door. You in there? Asked Yuuta. Rika was still saddened. What's the password? She asked. The Eye of the Wicked Lord, replied Yuuta. Wrong. I got it wrong? Passwords shouldn't be obvious like that one. It seems you've fallen prey to the priestess' psychological attack. You're not you, Yuuta, said Rika. It was only a ruse. Rest easy, he replied. He then said in his Chunibyo persona, I am the very same dark flame master of old. But Rika didn't respond. Are you okay? Asked Yuuta. He then had an idea. Want to go look for the invisible boundary lines? Rika opened her door. Really? Really? Why would I lie? Asked Yuuta. Well, Mama and my sister and Grandma and Grandpa. But this is me, right? Asked Yuuta. Yuuta, my sister, the priestess has her guard up. Breaking free won't be easy, said a worried Rika. So you're giving up? Rika nodded a no. So, when should we go? Right now! Right now? Yeah, right now. Rika was very confident indeed, so she made an escape plan. Rika looked out the window. Once we reach that tree, go down the right side, so the tree will hide us, said Rika. I don't even have shoes on, replied Yuuta. And neither did Rika, but that didn't stop her. She went out to her window on the roof, but she set off a well-hidden trap. A pan came from above and hit Rika in the head. Ow! In the dining area, everyone could hear the racket. What was that? Asked Nibatani. Beats me, replied Ishiki. She fell for it, said Tōka. Rika was in pain. That's Tōka for you, said Yuuta. Speaking of which, she popped out from below and landed on the roof. She was angry. I never thought you would help her, Yuuta. What do you think you're doing? Beats me. I don't really know myself, replied Yuuta. Yuuta, you sounded cool, said Rika. Could you be quiet? He asked. Honestly, I guess I was right, said Tōka. You're dangerous. She had her ladle locked and loaded. Yuuta, go! Called Rika. She pulled out her Schwartz ZX prototype Mark II. Yuuta jumped from the roof and bounced off some bushes and into the ground. He got up and shouted, Rika, jump! Let's go! Tōka tried to stop her, but it was too late. Rika jumped far. She bounced off the same bushes and Yuuta caught her. You okay? I'm okay, whimpered Rika. I'll show you where the Ronrad Zweihellblau is. And the two students left. He's just making it worse. I won't let them get away with this. Tōka was furious. Yuuta was pedaling on the Ronrad Zweihellblau, with Rika skating from behind in her skates. How much farther? He asked. Another 6 miles, replied Rika. Huh? That's way too far. No problem. Dark Flame Master is the strongest of all. The strongest? Yep, you really are. I guess I am. Let's speed up now. Actually, the one who's really the strongest is the Eye of the Wicked Lord. Very funny. You just contradicted yourself. Back at the house, Kumin, Nibutani, and Dekamori were washing the dishes from dinner. So, I guess Rika and Yuuta left without warning, huh? Said Kumin.
And Toka's gone too. Well, it wouldn't be as fun if there wasn't an obstacle to overcome, right? Asked Nibatani. An obstacle to what? Asked Deco. Nibatani bumped her and set off her sunburn. Deco wailed in pain. Still, I think it's just a matter of time, said Nibatani. What is? Asked Kumin. Yeah, what is? Asked Deco. Well, began Nibatani. While she explained her point, Ishiki was sleeping, dreaming about his time with Kumin. Yuuta and Rika were getting close to their destination. Rika was discussing something. You saw? 3 years ago? Asked Yuuta. Mm-hmm, replied Rika. When Papa passed away. That night, when I was staring out to the sea, I saw lights beyond the invisible boundary lines. There was Papa. I saw him. My eyes were opened. I could see him. That's why I know he's still here. Beyond the boundary lines, he's here, watching over me. That's why she cried when Rika first met me some time ago. Wow, Rika, that was deep, thought Yuuta. He could neither nod in agreement nor contradict Rika. He just... Stop, please, said Rika. Yuuta stopped pedaling. We're here? He asked. Yes, smiled Rika. This is my base. The place where we were all together. And she ran as fast as she could to her original house, not in view just yet. She ran with joy. Rika closed her eyes and remembered all the memories she had. Yuuta followed her closely. When she opened her eyes, Rika finally saw it. Nothing. Absolute nothing. There was only a field of weeds, flowers, and a sign that read, "For sale." The house Rika grew up in was gone. And to make matters worse, Toka arrived in her van. This is a reality, she said. Papa isn't here anymore. This is the truth! Rika cried through her eye patch. She pulled out Schwartz ZX Prototype Mark II with one hand and a vial with black liquid in the other. Toka scoffed and thought, she doesn't know when to quit, does she? And she pulled out her ladle. The vial Rika was holding had a label that read, "Defeat the Priestess." Oh no, thought a worried Yuuta. Rika drank the vial, and then there was trouble. Reality rejected. Synapses shattered. Her sclers turned black, and she took off her eye patch.
Be banished from this